Hey everyone, Chrissie is here, and I'm going to show you how to make these cards today, and we're going to use these amazing new DecoFoil foils. These are the Fairytale Collection. So I just showed you a card I made off camera. Don't worry, I'm going to show you it again later in the video. So to use these foils, the first thing I did was I took a stencil and I used my Pixie spray. So you just spray that on the back and then you let it dry. Just for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute is how long I usually let it dry for. And then you go ahead and you place it down on top of the paper that you are going to add your foil to. So I am using the Transfer Gel Duo. So why this gel is so great is because I can use it with my laminator or I can use it just with my die cutting machine for the pressure. I do not have to have heat. So if you don't have a laminator, you're in luck. This is the perfect gel for you. So I use my stencil pail to put it on just so it makes it nice and smooth and keeps it all the same consistency. And then I let it dry. Now the best thing is about 12 hours. I'll be honest, I let it dry a little bit longer. It was closer to probably like 18 to 20 when I did this. But so it does work, but I think a lot of it does kind of depend upon humidity. So then I placed a bunch of the foils down. I kind of overlapped some of them. I just kind of trimmed them. I used the Enchanted Rose, Peach Princess, Lily Pad, Glass Slipper, and the Prince Periwinkle. So you can kind of see what it looks like now. I just ran it through the die cutting machine. This was without a laminator. So I wanted to show you that how well it works without having to use any heat, which makes me excited because lots of times I kind of want to craft and I'm like doing all these things and I'm like, oh yeah, I completely forgot to turn my laminator on. And then, I mean, it's only a 10-minute wait, but I can be impatient when I'm crafting. So this works out really well for me. So then the next thing I do is I just stamped this cute little image and I die cut him out and I stay her, and then I colored her in using some colored pencils along with some Gamsol, and I have the paper stumps to go ahead and blend, and then I file them down once I get a color on there. So I sped this up. This goes really fast. I didn't want to bore anyone with all of my coloring. So basically, I usually start with a light color, and then I come with the dark one and I blend them together. You can see I'm blending with the paper stump there. That's what I was talking about. And then that sandpaper that's off to the side, that's for the paper stump. So I file it down to get that color off, because if you leave it on, the next color you blend, if it's not the same, it's going to contaminate it. So suddenly her yellow dress could accidentally have red in it or something like that. So once that was done, I set that aside, and then I just wanted to add a little bit of color in the background here. So I just took some ink and I just real gently added some of that color onto there. I just felt the white was a little too harsh, and I thought like the blue would look really, really nice along with the colors that I chose. So then I just used some foam squares to go ahead and adhere them to the card base, and then I wanted to use some foam squares to pop her up too. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I love these big chunky foam squares. They make my life so easy. And they have strips too, which I also love. So these are the two cards together. I'll give you a few more shots. I also want to mention I named all the foils I use in both of these cards, not just the one. So you can see that this one has a couple and then this one has even more, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you have a great day.